I have a love-hate relationship with colour, I think. Like, I hate it, but I love it. And in the very beginning, when I started making work at Chelsea, I didn't add colour because the colour was there. Lots of colour was already within the fabric and the material. And then I started making these big latex panels, and pure latex comes in this gross colour. It also stinks. And I would have to add pigment to it. And that was the first time that I had to be conscious of adding colour to something. And I kind of struggled with that. Sounds really strange. I was like, oh, I can make this pink, I can make it red, I can make it green, I can make any colour. And I've never had to make that decision before. I guess it starts with the material, looking back at sort of, say, Arte Povera and the work of Robert Rauschenberg and Warhol and many other artists that have used everyday stuff and things. I just have always been attracted to that as a starting point for the work. I love using household fabrics, and any sort of naturally household. It can be fabrics with a history or with some sort of use value. So when I was doing my master's, I was really interested in using like construction fabric, purely because it was quite wacky. It was sort of bright orange. All these colours were really interesting, and the textures were really fascinating. I think composition for me, it's weird. You know, people say you can look at something and that could take 5 minutes to replicate, but when you're making it, I think I take forever to make these collages in my mind and, you know, physically on the table. Sometimes I walk along the floor in the street and you can see the cones or, you know, these compositions within everyday daily life, and that can be a starting point for the collage. So the 2 prints I made for King and Magor are patchwork paintings that I made during the height of lockdown that were initiated by the wonderful artist Collage. I made lots and lots of them and really loved the process of cutting up old bits of my work and canvas and combining them together in these sort of wacky collages. And then I sent several images of these to King and Magor, and they chose 2, and then they sent me these proofs, and I remember they arrived in the post, and it was like touching the original because the paper was so thick and the quality was almost woven like a canvas is woven, and I'm so happy with the result. And we've got machine stitching going over the edges just like the real ones are. So yeah, I think they're great.